Hello again, everyone out there in the land of the internet. It's me, that gaming nerd John, and we're continuing our travels through 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. We're kind of in the meat and potatoes of this destruction sequence here. We're going to be going into waves 5 and 6. Wave 5 in particular is going to be a little bit more interesting because it is technically a boss wave. One of the things that I liked about the destruction sequences is, at least for the first area, they do a pretty good job of introducing new enemies, new challenges, new concepts for the players at a pretty good rate, especially considering that each of those missions is relatively short. It's a good call to get the player eased into it. But yeah, I felt like it was a good way of introducing players to new concepts while still challenging them. Fifth wave is going to be a boss fight after that, introducing some more concepts to the players, trying to get the players a little bit more of the backstory for the various generations of the Sentinels, so that'll be exciting. Outside of that, gonna continue the commentary during the actual missions. Hope you enjoy, and looking forward to your thoughts. Let's get into it. So here I'm kind of setting up my team, still trying to be in line with the bonus objectives, making sure that I have just that maximum of 4 strike team members. Just trying to hold to that. You can see very briefly there I kind of looked at the specific details for the Sentinel pilots, just to kind of pick which one I want, and then to, I guess, get into it.
Identified. Enemy in range. Preparing to intercept. Initiating tactical analysis.
An aerial enemy. And it's huge. Is that a bomber?
You see that, Ogata? Looks familiar, right?
Oh, that interstellar development stuff we saw. Back in the dead kaiju.
Yeah. Can we get any more info out of the Sentinel computers?
Wait, I think I've seen this. The command ship had some data on this trilobite guy. Hold on. Looks like we're seeing a Terra carrier. It's a transport craft for carrying resources.
Okay, but what's it carrying? This thing's gotta be more than just a big-ass turnip truck.
It says here it can take atmospheric movement and re-entry. The hull's surrounded by magnetic repulsion.
A magnetic field? So, like, it'll deflect our shots?
We don't know anything about its payload, but it seems hell-bent on delivering it. Whatever the hell it is, it ain't gonna be fun. Let's take it out before it can drop the goods.
So like I mentioned earlier, diving right in, Wave 5 is going to be a boss wave. So the boss is the Terra carriers. They are substantially powerful if they are able to get to the terminal. So if they can get to the terminal, they're probably going to decimate it in pretty quick fashion. So my objective here is to not let that happen. It's also an aerial enemy, so that's something to keep in mind. It's like ensuring that your team has appropriate anti-air coverage, or just, you know, missile rain, whatever. God, that move is just so damn good. Here we go. I've got Shinonome providing support. Double sentry guns is just always going to be a good call, being able to get that going. Got my Gen 4 moving in quick, not having to worry about going along the track there. Minami moving in as well. Multi-lock just to clean it up. You can kind of see there as well that the Terra carrier is generating smaller enemies, and goodness, that's just dumb. Yeah, so multi-missile is strong, as is sentry guns. They're also supercharged, not gonna lie. Ah, that's lovely.
Hijiyama-kun, use the phase plasma EMP. The flying kaiju will lose control and drop out of the sky. If you get surrounded, it's a good fallback.
Good for me, but what about the city?
Okay, what's the plan?
So yeah, now they're going into discussing the various meta skills that you have. We've already seen how potent Phase Plasma EMP is. Here, once again, demonstrating how absolutely bonkers it is. All those little chumps are gone. Everybody is kind of in stasis temporarily. Takamiya just comes in and is like, good day.
Hey, it went down. But where's the wreckage?
There's still another in the air.
So yeah, still have another one. There's 2 of them total, but I don't think we're going to have too many problems here. Yeah, leap attack, getting the distance in there, getting closer, taking out the dudes on that right-hand side. Immediately going for another leap attack, taking that guy out. And Demolisher Blade will probably finish it up nicely. Good day, sir.
Confirmed termination of Terra Carrier Dymo signature.
Aegis activation confirmed. The terminal is now completely sealed off.
We did it.
They've changed targets. The next terminal is just over there.
They're already on the move.
Can't even let us catch our breath, huh? I haven't hit my operating limit yet, but I'll be dismounting the Sentinel temporarily. Whoa, hey, then who's taking point?
We don't need orders to kick some ass. Sentinel, activate. You can relax, kids. I'm back in the fight.
I won't be long. I'll leave the rest to you. Fine then. Let's roll, Yuki-chan.
We did it.
Yeah, so not terribly difficult there, just being aware of the fact that there's going to be that second wave with the Terra carriers there, making sure to bring adequate anti-air. Sure, you'll have Phase Plasma EMP available. It might not be as frequent as I was able to use it there.
Come on, guys.
And Takamiya being MVP, way to go. Leg Spike, it works. Yeah, pilot skills, alright, that's a thing. So as your Sentinel pilots level up themselves, they'll unlock new pilot skills that'll give you various bonuses, various buffs that are usually circumstantially activated. It's supposed to make it so that you're going to want to have like certain groups of people together. I didn't really do that. I just kind of threw the characters I wanted to use into missions. So, kind of funny story here. I definitely misread the bonus objectives, because I didn't realize that it said second and third, and I think it read third and fourth. So, whoopsie daisy. But hey, it's fine. It's not going to be terribly difficult, or all that much different.
Everyone here?
Is it just me, or is my robot a little slower than everyone else's?
The second-generation Sentinels are more heavily armed than other models, but also more heavy in general. They're well over 2,000 tons, so careful where you step. Don't want to crash through some underground structure. The fusion reactor on it is pretty heavy, but its energy output is off the charts. Enough that it can power a plasma arc fusion cutter. Once you know how to use that, you'll be slicing up kaiju like a knife through butter.
Their original purpose was to break down massive pillars for high-rise buildings. Of course they'd be heavy. But in a close-quarters fight, that 1,300-ton grip strength will come in handy.
Second-generation models are linked to a squad of support units, too. They'll respond to distress calls. If you can figure out the best time to use them, you might just turn the tides of battle.
I don't know if I can remember all that.
Okay, so dismissing the fact that I completely botched the bonus objectives and the game clearly points to the fact that you definitely need to have second gens here. Honestly, the only thing that would really change all that much for this mission is instead of having this huge swarm of interceptors, I would just have a huge swarm of sentry guns, like absolutely obliterating everyone. It really won't change how the mission would be played all together that much. Obviously, barring playing on hard. One of the things I did notice, because I actually am fairly certain when I played through the game again on normal and on hard, when I got to this point, it does present a slightly bit more of a challenge when you don't have the anti-air abilities for, or I should say from, the first generation models, but most of the attacks that you have from your second gen and third gen units are going to be anti-air. There's the anti-ground piercing that would be kind of a little on the rough side, but honestly there's still plenty of targets for it to be used by. Yeah, so instead of having things like multi-missile, you would just have like the multiple missile ability from that second generation. And kind of piggybacking earlier, you can see like on the character portraits when it's going through all of them, you'll see those various pilot skills, if they're actually active or not. They'll be highlighted in that golden yellow versus grayed out. Yeah, so that was entirely from the third gen. Yeah, optimally efficient. That one's active. But yeah, so like those two high quads just obliterated by that missile attack earlier. So like I said, it's not like the Gen 4s are your clutch player here. They're nice. The interceptor swarms certainly are useful, but they're not what's actually going to be ringing in the victory here. Leg spike is good. Sentry gun's also good. Man, I'm not using back attacks here, am I? That is super depressing. Brawling Prodigy, there's another pilot skill. And each of them has a unique effect, so like that was circumstantially triggered because she was engaged in a melee attack with them. You see like, Think Will Go Viral, Research Notebook, all these things are the pilot skills and they give bonuses. If I ever decide to do like a more combat-oriented one, maybe I'd look into that. Going over those in more detail.
Aegis activated. Terminal closure complete. Surrounding 2-kilometer area now fully secure. Ending technical analysis.
Oh, jeez, that's not good. I found Miwa-chan with the drone. You found her? Ah, that's a relief. No, listen. Miwa-chan's heading right for the next terminal. What? Miwako, what are you doing? That girl has no sense of direction. We can't just leave her. I'm gonna go meet up with her. We'll make sure she runs somewhere safer. We're counting on you.
Where's Kisaragi? Where did she just run off to?
Well,
Kisaragi, what's your status? Answer me. Kisaragi, the girl is...
I know. I'll get back to the battle once Miwako's safe. I guess we did it.
Hey, look, it's another guest appearance from Minimura. I mean, Little Chihiro. I mean, whoever. Alright, even though I was talking about how Gen 4 wasn't clutch, it is kind of hilarious that Goto ended up getting MVP. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for that particular mission. It's not terribly difficult. You just have groups of high quads showing up, so if you've got something that can do a substantial amount of damage, they talk about the Plasma Arc Cutter earlier. That's a really good high damage ability, but it is a close range ability for the Gen 2s, which isn't terribly amazing. So not particularly a big fan of using it in that respect. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up those two waves there. The first boss fight, boss air quotes fight, as well as kind of introducing some more of the specialty weapons for the various gen Sentinels, particularly the second generation Sentinel there. Hopefully you enjoyed that little brief foray there and some of these tidbits of the story. And if you are enjoying this lovely 13 Sentinels content, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so that magical algorithms and things can work in your favor and stuff. It helps people like me. Anyway, but I really hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. I have been having a blast kind of going through my playthrough and seeing everything I did, including the mistakes. And just kind of enjoying the game again. It's such a fun game to play, such a fun game to kind of experience, and I hope you've enjoyed that experience. But until next time, as always, take it easy.